Hello, boys and girls. I just got out of Oppenheimer. Well, Barbie and Oppenheimer, actually. I just recorded my Barbie review, and now I'm recording my Oppenheimer review. That funny was so moving. What a film! What a film! This was one of the best Christopher Nolan films. I'm not sure if it's his greatest. I'll have to think about that for a few days. Interstellar is still really up there for me. Um, and I still really enjoyed Tenet as well. I know people give Tenet shit, but I enjoyed Tenet. I watched it in IMAX. It confused me a little bit the first time I watched it. Well, the second time when I went back, I enjoyed it. I think I got a better understanding of it the second time, and I enjoyed it a lot more. I enjoyed Tenet, but this one, this one definitely, I think more people will enjoy this one. This one's not as hard to follow along as Tenet was, and it's not really as hard to follow along as Interstellar was either. Interstellar was quite difficult to follow along there towards the end, but this one just cuts back and forth between present day, past. Like it cuts back and forth between like three or four different like interviews, conversations with Oppenheimer, that sort of stuff. So as long as you can keep up with it cutting back and forth between like not really discussions, but just like different settings, then I think he'll be able to follow along with this. It was a great film. What can I say? Like I really enjoyed it. The only thing that took me back, like took me out of enjoying the film for a minute, I guess, would be the nudity in the film. I'm fine with nudity. Nudity doesn't bother me in movies and TV shows, but the sex scene in this movie, the first time, it's not bad. It's right. It's whatever. I really hope that Christopher Nolan didn't just put nudity and the sex scene in there for that one line, which if you watch this film, you'll know what line I'm talking about. The nudity, it just threw me off for a second, especially the second time it came around. That was very weird. That was a very weird scene. And if it would have been me filming that scene, I would have been like I would have just felt so awkward on set that day. It was just a weird thing. But that's the only complaint I have about the film, just the nudity in it. And like, if that's the only complaint I have about the film, then fine. That's the only complaint. I enjoyed this movie. Other than that, I enjoyed the cameos of like all the characters story wise that fit into the timeline and the story of Oppenheimer. I enjoyed all the cameos of the characters that way. But all the cameos, like celebrity wise, actors and actresses wise, all the people that were showed up in this film just for a little bit, even like people in that have longer roles in these films, I kind of just felt like they was just there, and there wasn't really a need for those people to be there. Jack Quaid being one of them. He didn't talk much at all, and when he did, it didn't really add much to the convo. I don't think anyway. Rami Malek, I enjoyed anytime Rami was on screen. I enjoyed anytime Matt Damon was on screen or Emily Blunt. Towards like the second and third part of the movie, I enjoyed Emily Blunt's character a lot more. Just there towards the beginning, didn't really say much, kind of just stayed in the background. But there towards the end, she got more dialogue, and I enjoyed her character a lot more. These are these are not characters. These are all based on real life. I keep saying character, but this movie's based on real life. These characters are real people in the real world. Like this actually happened. So sorry about that. Don't mind me like calling them characters. I don't know what else to call them. I guess just the person that these people are playing. I'll just say that from now on, I guess. Yeah, Emily Blunt's person, like the person Emily Blunt plays, I really like her in the. I really like Emily Blunt in the last half of the film. Florence Pugh's character, uh, I mean, she's kind of just there. I didn't really think it was needed, to be honest. If that whole thing was just for that one line, like they could have just left that one line out. It wasn't really needed. uh, Robert Downey Jr.'s character, I really love Robert Downey Jr. I know, like one of his first appearances I've ever seen RDJ in was Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen, and he played such a funny role in that. To see him as like Iron Man or as like um well uh Strauss and Oppenheimer, it's completely different, and I really like that RDJ can like really act. Like he has some fantastic acting chops, and I I love RDJ. He he did fantastic in this film. I really enjoyed RDJ and Killian Murphy. They both did fantastic. Um, they both, I think, did very well with the people they were portraying. Josh Peck appeared in this, which you've seen him in the trailers as well. He didn't have that big of a role, but when he was in there, he was all right. I don't really think he talked much, honestly. Yeah, Josh Peck was all right. Oh, that was Gary Oldman. Oh my gosh, I thought that's who Truman was. They they messed up Gary Oldman as Harry S. Truman. I thought that's who it was. And oh, the Dane Dane DeHaan, who plays uh, Harry Harry Osborn, Green Goblin, and the Amazing Spider-Man 2 appeared in this, and I really liked him in this film. All the cameos, all the characters, all the actors that appeared, most of them did fantastic. There was a few that I kind of just felt weren't really needed for the film. But seeing all the different presidents and seeing Albert Einstein and just like the different people around that era make an appearance in the film, yeah, it was astonishing. I wasn't expecting there to be that many cameos of like actual historical known uh, people or figures in our history. I wasn't expecting there to be that many appearances in Oppenheimer, but yeah, I really enjoyed this film. Um, in graphics, like the motion graphics, the little graphic design, like the VFX work and all that, of course, out of this world, dude. Like anytime uh, Oppenheimer was like in his own head and thinking, like the way Christopher Nolan portrayed anytime Oppenheimer was thinking, chef's kiss, dude. Chef's kiss. Like it was gorgeous. All of those graphics were gorgeous. Um anyway, talking about graphics, let's get into my graphic, my rating graphic. For action, like all the the little action sequences, like the mind bubbles or and stuff, is what I'm considering. Like all those, like the that and like just like the explosions and stuff that we get to see in this film, those were all great. Um, yeah. So the action, I'm gonna say eight. I'll say 8 out of 10 pups. Comedy, uh, I don't really remember laughing in this film. There might have been a few moments in this film that made me chuckle here and there. So I'll give it like one or two. I'll give it 2 pups for comedy. Drama, of course, this was a drama intense, like drama filled movie, dude. Like this is all just dialogue of them building the bomb and then the aftermath of the bomb. Like this is completely a drama, a drama filled movie. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for drama. Suspense. I wouldn't really consider this suspenseful since we all know what actually happens. But if you don't know the story of Oppenheimer, I would say going into this that it might be pretty suspenseful. And if you don't know uh like all the exact details and everything, you might get a little scared. There was a few times just with like the sound design and everything where it made me jump a little bit with just the loud explosions and sound design. So for suspense, I'll say uh, three, 3 or 4. I'll say 4. I'll say 4 dogs for suspense. Uh, and then horror, I'm gonna keep that at a 0 because there wasn't any horror in this film. And again, I'm not promoting this movie at all. I just think it was a wonderful film. I enjoyed my viewing of it. Other people may have a different opinion once they get out of Oppenheimer. But in my opinion, I would recommend watching it in theaters, IMAX or Dolby if you can. But again, I'm not telling you to. I'm not forcing you to. I'm not promoting this movie. I am for their strikes going on. I'm for the WGA and the SAG strikes right now that are going on currently. I am for all of that. Like I think that people should get paid what they are worth, and these people put on fantastic productions and come up with fantastic movies and shows, and they should get paid for that. They should get residuals from streaming services. Yeah, that's my thought on all that. So I'm not promoting these movies, Barbie or Oppenheimer. But if you choose to go watch it, or if you choose to want to watch these films, then I would recommend going and watching them in theaters. Yeah, I really enjoyed these films. I don't know if I rated Oppenheimer. I'm gonna rate it 9 out of 10. Like I don't know if I rated it fully. I know I did the whole ratings for for the genres, but I don't know if I rated the whole thing. But 9 out of 10. I think it's a great film. I'm pretty tired right now, so I'm gonna go home and get these editing, hopefully. So I will catch you guys later. If you are tuning in to my Oppenheimer review and haven't went to watch my Barbie review yet, go watch my Barbie review. That is also posted the same day that this is posted. And I will see you guys later. All right. Bye bye.